there, still Huntress. Hoping everybody's having a great holiday weekend. At least it's a holiday weekend here in Canada. Um, Today's a little bit gray, and I'm filming outside where they've just put power lines behind my house, but I wanted to be outside. The snow is finally gone. Wanted to apologize for the dead air for the last week on my channel, but my back decided to implode last week, and so I've been looking at videos a lot, but really didn't feel up to making any. So this is just a little bit of a ramble on what I've been thinking about with spring coming. I'm finally starting to get some flowers in my garden, and things are starting to wake up here. The snow is finally mostly gone, and we do tend to think of this as the beginning. We do tend to think of spring as a starting point, and life as a cycle. And I think sometimes, at least I, lose track of the fact that there is just as much forever, just as much eternity on this plane as on any of the astral planes. The atoms, the electrons in my eyelashes and my hair and my clothes and your clothes and this phone that I'm recording on, we were all together at the Big Bang. We were all together, everything, the planets, the suns, the stars, and my hair, my clothes, my skin, this little spot on my fingernail has been in space, has been comet tails and nebula and the right claw of a Tyrannosaurus Rex and a plume of smoke from a volcano and ocean water. We can sometimes lose track, at least I can sometimes lose track, of the eternity that is in the physical realm. We are constantly being renewed every time we inhale and we exhale. We eat food and we excrete. We lose hairs, we lose skin cells. And I think about the hands that I had, the fingers that I had when I was a little girl and picking flowers at Easter back then. And the electrons in those fingers are not the electrons in these fingers now. I've breathed in snowflakes and exhaled autumn leaves 1,000 times since then. And those fingers, those little fingernails that I remember feeling so keenly, they've become something else now. They're in a bird's feather. They're grass. They're smoke. They're water. They've gone into the universe. And one day we'll all be gone, whether it's we've evolved beyond this realm or we've blown ourselves up. But this realm will still be. There'll still be spring. The sun will keep rising and life will go on without us. And the electrons in my skin and in my clothes and in my house and the whatever instrument you're watching me on right now, those electrons will still be here without us. They will, our hands and our feet and ourselves, what's this, will be part of little creatures underground, or whatever the future evolution of a tree is, or whatever's become of butterflies by then. We'll be part of that. And then we'll all meet again at the end, when it all collapses inward. And then there's another Big Bang, and it starts again. The electrons that are all around us have always been and will always be. There's just as much forever on this plane as on any astral plane. We're just experiencing it obliquely. We're passing through. But I like to remind myself at things like beginnings and ends, springs and sowens, that it's only a beginning or an end from our perspective. We see the seed's potential as being a tree, but maybe the tree's potential is being a seed. Maybe in the same way an essential oil is that thing distilled into something concentrated. Maybe it's the seed that's the end. I think the entire physical plane is about perspective. Maybe that's something that we're learning here. But those are my thoughts on spring. Those are my thoughts on cycles and beginnings and endings. And I hope you all have a wonderful beginning. And blessed be.